just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, everything goes on. You were staring at the window, and I said, I wanna take you to the sea. And when I'm better, we'll do everything. I gotta stop making promises I can't keep. But if I was gone tomorrow, won't the waves crash on? Is it selfish that I'm happy as we pass the setting sun? Someday I'll be overcast, but you won't have to cry, 'cause we'll do the grieving while I'm by your side. I said, don't try to make yourself remember. Darling, don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, 'cause when we're gone, everything goes on. And I'm so scared of getting used to this. All the vines that keep you tethered in your room. Well, someday both of us are leaving here, but for now I'll just bring this sea to you. Will you meet me in the daylight like we did before? Then I felt you on my shoulder, and you weren't suffering anymore. You said, I'm sorry that you worried, but don't apologize. I told you to forget me, but you stayed by my side when I said, don't try to make yourself remember. Darling, don't look for me, I'm just a story you've been told. So let's pretend a little longer, and when we're gone, everything goes on.
Oh, hello, welcome
Good
to our
evening,
next
everyone.
game. We've got
Black Lotus Esports.
Black Lotus Esports SNC versus Ragnarok incoming.
So I think we're gonna jump into draft in a second.
Yep.
Yeah. So Elite took blue sides, and the pick order is a little bit suspect, but okay. We're first picking Jano. We've transitioned back to 2014. I like this.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. I mean, as far as concerned their playstyle, I don't really know if Janna's first pick was ever the play. I think, on Ragnarok's side.
I feel like it might just be their Jinx prior, right? It's like tried and tested combo. Can't get onto my hyper carry.
So server support has a very high win rate. On Janna, which makes
First
sense.
pick's crazy though, right? But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still a bit of a risk. I think
No Karma picks, no Volibear picks. Like,
yeah,
pretty
kind of
interesting. I assume that's a Lilia top? Yeah, it's going to be Lilia top, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Ragnarok play Lilia top before, so it would make sense to see that Lilia top again. They're quite proficient on it. I think as well, just Ryan, the jungler for Ragnarok, is pretty good. I think he could definitely pull off a decent game.
He's always hiding in random spots, so like if we don't get like a 4D chest kick, I'm gonna be like super disappointed.
Just Ryan is a bit of a psychopath jungler at times. He cosplays Garen a lot. You walk into a bush, he's just there.
Yeah, he just presses Diego-y and he's just there for some reason.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I favor the lanes for Ragnarok, but overall team count, I don't know. I feel like it all depends on Zeri, no?
Yeah,
I can dodge.
If Zeri gets hit by like Malphite, like it's just not great.
Yeah, like the Jinx Nico execution is like so much easier.
Yeah, I think
for Bailey.
Bailey is such an easy comp to pull off, like comparatively.
Yeah, it's just that I really feel like it depends how well Ragnarok like lane with the like Victor versus Nico. Like he gets a lost chapter and starts to make lane a stalemate and turns it into his favor. Bot lane can go either way, right? And Lilia should punish Malphite really hard. So
yeah, definitely. I don't think it's like. I feel like Ragnarok's comp by like slightly more, but I think Bailey's is way easier to pull off.
Yeah, it's the execution can be all over the place, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's going to be really dependent on how well they pull it off. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything like too exciting.
Like Lisa just kind of needs to be everywhere this game. Like everyone's demanding and bearing resources.
Yeah, I think it has to be everywhere. He
Triple
has to be there
side. Let's go.
He has to be there to shut down, like, stop Jinx and get Zeri ahead. He has to be there to make sure Nico can't make plays. And we are heading into the Rift. So, yeah, as we kind of thought, it's Squirrel on Lilia top. Which is a pick we've seen before. He's quite good at it. So, interested to see if he can actually pull ahead of Noir on that one. No real interesting runes or anything from what I can gather.
Yeah,
it's pretty standard.
It's a pretty AFK level 1, right? I feel like both teams have like notoriously bad level 1. Like
yeah, I mean,
especially Jarvan, right? Malphite, it's like
you can put
if Ragnarok had like slightly more useful champions, there's a Nautilus. Okay, they the elites are just walking in.
Yeah,
they do not care.
I mean, he had the flag to check the bush, so it's relatively safe.
I know, but like, I mean, it's just because there's no threat, right? Because there's like no CC, but
still. Yeah, no, neither team. Like even if they get an ability off on Bailey there, like Shizu's completely safe. Yeah, I think that the mid matchup as well be kind of even early.
Yeah.
I think we've both played that matchup from both sides, so.
Yeah, it's interesting that Victor goes like I'm assuming Esports. I assume it's not just Airy, because it'd be kind of strange. But I don't know if he can actually like leverage the poke, because usually Nico has the poke early on that lane. They both kind of have the same thing of just not interacting with each other and pressing one spell.
Well, I also don't know what runes would be super useful in this game. Maybe it could have been like...
you don't want to take first strike, right? So it's like that, or like maybe phase rush.
Well, what you're gonna phase rushing around a Jarvan really quickly?
Yeah.
Like it's it's not helpful for him this game. I guess actually.
Yeah.
I guess EQ dodge, but you know, it's just it's not the most helpful. But I mean, interestingly, Ryan is actually tapping towards an Alpha Lilia lane.
You think we're gonna see the Agarin patented 2 points in Q Jarvan? Let's see. No, okay.
No.
You can take your Jarvan, guys. Don't worry. Nah, I'm kidding. I mean, you probably should just full clear, actually. No, just 2 points Q, full clear. Like, look at what Lotus did.
Yeah, there's nothing to do for him. Like,
unless he could be a control factor for mid, to be fair. But I don't know if Nico's thing that works. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. No. I mean, he has information as well. Like, they knew Fleecin didn't start topside because of that ward.
Yeah.
So, you'd assume he would just full clear because he doesn't even have to cover a bot gank. Like, there's just nothing. Just kind of a slow start for both the junglers, which I think kind of slightly favours BLE, but I don't think it's the be all end all.
Right? It really depends, like, if Ryan gets anything in top matchup. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Malphite's catching away with their tower, but the CS is still not going to be fun.
Yeah, not at all. Like, it's Leotop's one of those things you don't see it very often, but when you do, like, you're thankful you don't see it very often if you're ever on the receiving end.
Yeah, especially when it's Malphite, right?
Yeah. It's just not fun. Like, constant burn.
Pretty big HP lead in mids.
Yeah, maybe it's that Airy Scorch sort of setup.
It's always the Airy Scorch diff when you lose mid, by the way, just so everyone knows. Unless you're losing to a different rune, in which case it's that. Okay.
There is Ryan here in for the gank, and so is Shizu on the bot side to counter. But it looks like both parties are just going to sort of peel apart.
Yeah, I think Nico's too, like, down in HP for Jarvan to look for flag there. And, like, Lisa would just mince him.
Yeah, Nico's too low, but not low enough to, like, go for a dive or anything. It kind of neutralizes anything. I mean, yeah, no, the game's pretty dead uneven. Like,
Lisa's on vision, one Sky's blooms right there. Respect. Okay.
Slight bot lane advantage for BLE, but yeah. I mean,
and
even
the
again,
is horrible.
Kind of doomed. Like, that is not what you want to see.
Is that your analysis of the Nico Lilia matchup? Kind of doomed.
Kind of it. Look at it, man. Like, that's what you do.
I mean, he's got no magic.
I mean, it helps, but it also doesn't. Like, it doesn't stop the Lilia from doing what she do. You might not be able to kill him, but he still has to be super respectful. Like, especially with just the
way this wave though, and they get to just pick up grubs. Like, I mean, it's on crab, but like Lee Sin was just off mat. It's kind of unfortunate because both mid laners are just like free, basically a Ruby Crystal of HP.
Yeah. They don't neither have mana either. Like, there's just nothing.
Did Jarvan just grab one there?
He grabbed one for the XP buff. I see who's left.
I'm fairly certain it's the first one for each jungler because I think the XP reward is tied to the jungle pet.
It's not the first
group. Every so often, right?
It's the first it's like the first group you get personally, not like not the group count itself.
Talking of that, Lee Sin's just let to pick one up for himself.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna get two. I mean, no reason not to. I mean, I don't think groups do too much this game.
No, like Lilia's autos and towers aren't like the most, it's not exactly Jack's auto tower, is it?
No, I mean, gets full AP, does a bit, but it's not like...
She'll get some plates, and she'll get some tower damage, but it's just like the range that she has to hit the tower at. I think Malphite just flashed, actually. In the all-in.
Yeah, Lilio was used. Malphite flashed away.
Oh,
Ryan is up there looking for a dive, and he gets
just
first blood.
lands Q.
Lands Q. Easy.
Okay. Easy. Is it? Just land Q and then recalling Malphite. I mean, you're not wrong. And we're seeing
It's
Drake
not-
just traded for Ryan being up there.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think
I mean, it's like Mana Drake's fine. That'll probably pay off later if Malphite ever gets items.
they are going for an invade onto blue though. I'm curious if there's actually a punish to come out from Ragnarok, or if they're just too late on the ball for it.
It just didn't really seem like they were aware in time. Oh, Emilio was just walking in. Okay.
I do not think that the sneaky play from Gloomix, transforming into a minion and catching
That's
Kraken
pretty
off
good.
guard.
Like the fact that they don't have to use Cataclysm for that and they get flash, it's
Yeah, I mean Jarvan was still
Victor
5.
should not
so-
have fun now, right?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot more one-sided now. Like, you get hit by any Nico E in lane, you're just losing 60% of your HP, like, instantly. And even if you don't get hit by E, the Q procs are gonna start really hurting. Bit of trading going on bot lane.
What an exciting bot lane matchup we're seeing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't wait till both of them get their static shiv and interact even less.
I love double scaling Enchanter. It's so interesting. I don't think Ryan should be here.
No, he's leveled down.
He's a level down. With
Okay, dodge
Kick,
the Q.
he easily wins that, but yeah, no.
I feel
Level
like
down,
Jarvan
you
should just
yeah.
commit the flash for auto attacks and then Q after when he gets his E up. Oh, this is so.
This is
spicy.
really risky. But Shizu does not know, and he is actually going to go down. And he does commit the flash. I think that was a waste. I think you just accept it.
You think it was a waste? Are you sure?
I'm 100% certain that was a waste.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Whatever that was, it was not
Honestly,
helpful.
if I'm Victor in all chat, Jarvan no flash. Like, not gonna lie.
That's it. You got to play the mind games.
It's true. Well, it's not really a mind game, is it?
Actually gifted a blue buff over to Victor as well as the kill.
Yeah,
Like, that's a massive save. And
I mean,
it also...
I hope Lumix has a second monitor to start writing that ticket up. Like, hello.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a definite report in all chat angle. It's also given the Victor's E upgrade, I think, from that. Like,
yeah,
it's just
it's so unfortunate when this happens. Oh,
it's actually just giving him such a free
Cataclysm's
time.
not available though. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the other thing is that Cataclysm was using the previous trade, and like now
Yeah.
you can just kind of predict what Jarvan's going to do for the next couple minutes.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know
not
how
much.
much of like the bot side timer that Ryan got from like after they killed Jarvan, but
They got the red and the Raptors. I believe Krug's already gone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah. Jarvan
Easy
being
win
top
to
tip here just never feels good. I mean, they might be sending 3 people on Lilia here.
Yeah.
They kind of need to deal with this situation, I feel like. It
yeah,
might
the
only look
CS
like
leads
30
up to
CS,
30 into...
but
It's a
Malphite is
lot.
not getting to play League of Legends.
I mean, it's 30 CS, but that man's on 35. Like, see it? Like, he's 30 CS tail. Like, it's so good. Jarvan does EQ in. A flash ult from Maniko actually hits 2. And then an ult from the Malphite to hit another. But there is a 4-man Lilia ult incoming. And a Lee Sin kick actually helps clean up the fight in Ragnarok's favour.
Sounded like you were a bit confused with what was happening there, and it's like, if you could hear my confusion, it would have been pretty similar.
It was a
They were,
really...
like, pressing ours, but like 1 second apart, you know?
Yeah,
it
it was the world's most delayed wombo combo, I think.
It was like going from Guitar Hero and Expert to Easy. It was like, okay, yeah.
Jarvan EQ'd in and didn't immediately ult, and then Nico ulted and flashed, and then Malphite flashed another second after. I want to shout out the wombo combo.
The ultimates. We want to see if we can get their flash and then kill them, you know?
Yeah, it was
I'll just take it away there.
Yeah, so if we watch this again, it was just a really weird series of events. So I think Jarvan had the right idea here to go on the 2 immobiles, but he holds his ult at first, followed by delayed Nico.
Flash is really solid into Ensemble Force,
Yeah.
but like the The Lilia sleep turnaround is massive.
Yeah, 4-man Lilia sleep is just
So much
fight winning.
committed to the champ that's just like level 8 with like I'm pretty sure Lilia was just on hunting guys and just kills everyone with Conquer, right? Like it's like dream
Yeah.
situation. Absolutely everything is being used.
I mean, look at the item difference in top lane now.
Yeah. He is,
Merc treads and a null to a full Leandris like that is just unplayable at this point.
Yep.
I don't really have a different way to describe it.
More no magic mantles, to be honest.
I think just a full inventory of no magic mantles.
I like how Jinx is just quietly. Oh,
Nice
okay.
pick from just Ryan onto the Janna. Glumix does go in to try and trade back onto the Victor, but I think that might have been a mistake.
Okay. Did he? Oh.
I mean, it was a kick, just not in the right direction. I think
we were almost an highlight reel. We were just like upping the Eclipse damage numbers, I think, to be honest. No.
Yeah, I think if he
like
committed the flash there, like he could have actually killed her.
Kick
I think.
flash? Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Click flash queued for the safety as well. Like I think he's pretty safe.
Yep.
Do throw Jinx up, try and steal.
As well for W. That's
Yeah.
fair. They're just getting an uncontested Chemtech now, right? So it's one tricky piece, and I feel like this is going to be a whole long game of champions going on.
Yeah. I mean, kind of what we predicted in the draft though. Like just Ryan is pulling ahead and making things happen around the map. It's kind of what we said Ragnarok would need to be their win condition, but I mean, Squirrel this game's really picked up, just completely bullied the Malphite out. Pretty much won that team fight in top lane with his ult, so...
Yeah, he's in a pretty good spot here. Just sitting on steel taps, knows Malphite's not going to do damage. Flat HP is probably enough to survive Nico as long as it's not everything else on top of it.
Yeah. Definitely. And I mean, the bot lane's just... Bot lane still...
I mean, Jinx is just quietly up like 35 CS into a Cole's area. It's nothing to complain about, I think. Like, Seabreeze has been matching Janna's roams, but the thing is, when you match Janna's roams, you're just always a bit slower. She's basically discount barred, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, roaming Janna's kind of hard to keep up with, but I think, you know, it's fair enough. I think you can kind of sack the bot lane off a little this game if you're Ragnarok. Just focus on the extremely strong side top at the moment. Especially if they get the Drakes anyway. They didn't really have to drop much either. Shizu is just going to start the Herald straight away. I wonder if Ryan goes to check it.
It's a little... Oh, okay. Mid lane gank? Oh.
Damage onto Glumix, but not much more.
It was just being a bit chunked here. The thing I was going to say was, like, they didn't really get to punish the kind of not on the same page reset. I'm totally takes the cue.
That is a way too early to go in from the Lee Sin.
I feel like we're seeing some... Oh, and Lily's just going to get knocked down as well, right?
And then, yeah, now Lily's just doomed as well. I am not sure what Ryan was attempting there. Did he not see the whole enemy team there, basically?
Well, no, he obviously didn't, but I think he should have waited with the Q, right? Like, it's just, he didn't even hesitate. Didn't make the enemy team think he was hesitating. Just instantly took the Q.
Yeah, that was a bit early on that Q. A bit early.
Oh.
Another flash pop blossom from Glumix hits 2, and followed up by the Cataclysm from Shizu. Beautiful play. Get the kill on 2. Yeah.
Sarah turning around? Not gonna get anything.
No. Not gonna get anything.
Gotta get some mid-tower damage with grubs, right? Oh, we're just eating Janna here? Okay. Damn. Well, I mean, maybe they're hearing us, like, you know, saying it's gonna be a slow game, right?
Yeah. Gotta put the action.
Like, I feel like this Herald fight might just go on for, like, the next 4 minutes. Like, people are just gonna reset and then fight Herald. It's great. It's not a very good objective anymore, actually.
Glumix is really low.
Yeah.
So is Elias. I'm just gonna both handshake that off and leave. Jarvan's returned again. Are we gonna see another fight around the Herald? Hopefully, Lee Sin lives more than the first fight.
That Lily is, like, you know, on the
yeah,
map,
they got the kill back.
Maybe not.
Flash Q ult from the Lilia. Are they going to secure the kill onto Jinx from that? It looks like they should. He does, for Jarvan, just stick to get the Herald instead, but I think he's giving up 2 kills for that.
Oh.
A clean
Nice.
kick from Ryan, and I think he should be out.
Yep.
Yep.
Doesn't get caught by the Q from Nico. That was a series of events. What did I just
Yeah.
say? You'd hope they're gonna respect the Nico here. No.
No. Not at all.
It's like you kind of need your Janna. Like, there's absolutely no point flashing if your Janna's not there to knock Nico, to knock Lilia away, right? Like,
Yeah, no. It's just kind of. It's just doomed at that point. I think if Lilia flash ults you and you've not got your support there to save you as an ADC, like,
yeah,
you are
don't have
not.
plans.
Yeah, not running cleanse. And you're not someone like Vayne or Draven who can maybe just beat her down. Like, you are not surviving that.
Jinx actually opting for the Krakens there, which I feel like is going to make her feel more ahead if Sarah doesn't start catching more CS. Finishing that call.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I don't know if Kraken was that necessary this game.
Yeah, the thing is it's level index now, right? So like it's just ended up being better with solo winners and junglers. You see.
Yeah. There's an engage onto Nico again in bot lane. Very low. Might have
No
made
way
it
can
out.
get out here.
Yeah, no. Just doesn't even throw the Q, just walks in and ease. Smart play from Ryan. That does set them up nicely for a Drake now. They need to make it happen in the next 30 seconds though before Gloomix respawns, I imagine. So you just have TP and all.
Yeah, there is actually that control ward behind them. That's a bit unfortunate. They're gonna spot it now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an uncontested Drake, and they can't exactly cross map into Lilia.
They are getting the mid tower with Herod, I believe, though, that they
Yep.
took earlier. No steal from Majornic here. It is not a Bloodwater moment.
That's a hell of a throwback.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're just trying to collapse on Lilia now, but they have to play it really fast to not get turned around on here.
Yeah, there's like a lot of risk of death here still. Lilia Q doesn't connect with the Jinx, so it might actually give him a chance to take her down.
Yeah, Jinx is not asleep. Oh.
I think they need to just peel out of this. I do not think they want this fight. Ryan goes low, but gets out, so Jinx does not get the reset.
Ooh.
A flash 3-man Pop Blossom. And that is just going to be an absolute wipe. Onto Ragnarok.
But, you know, it's fine.
It's the same thing, man. They do actually trade back on Majana, but I don't think it makes a difference. I think the Elite are more than happy with that.
It's just a product of having to malfight old Lilia, right? Like, and I don't think it's the wrong call. Like, Milio just sits in the Cataclysm and has no mana to continue the fight.
Yeah, that was a very nice ult from Gloomix.
That is rough. No flashes as well. Like, it's not like Ragnarok didn't have anything to react with. It was just not their turn.
I think if Lilia survives that initial, hits a Q on... So let's be reset. If... Ouch. If, you know, Lilia survives that initial and just actually gets that Q onto the Jinx, it might have been a different fight. But Jinx starting that fight with the passive reset, it just makes it impossible for Ragnarok to actually turn around at all. And it was a multi-man Jarvan ult as well to follow, which even if it doesn't keep them locked in, it's just damage. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just really hard at that point.
Yeah, I mean, like, the terrain of the Cataclysm was actually, like, pretty big value there, as much as they didn't, you know, like, nearly did respond to it, like, in time. Milio kind of ults for fun and just has no mana, and Malphite is just gonna
Forced all out
without even thinking about it.
I mean, I think that's the right call. Like, all you're gonna do is risk your death. There's not really anything he needs for. Seabreeze may be caught out, but he's forced to flash away from a Jarvan EQ.
That's pretty rough, because when you have, like, Zeri and Lee Sin, you're, like, one of the Cataclysm targets, you know?
And engage onto Ryan again. Is he being caught? 2-man Jarvan. Oh, but he gets kicked back into the back line of Ragnarok and gets taken down by Elias.
I mean, BLE just, like, starting to commit to a fight. TP's burned, and you have no Malphite ultimate. It's,
yeah, I think they just had to, like, not take it. As soon as... I don't know.
Unless Nico has a flank there, I don't know what we're cooking. I wonder what this melee minion is, guys. Oh, oh, holy moly! Someone gave Janna like Daisy, but it's a melee minion.
I think Seabreeze's flash was enough there, and Bleary should have been happy with that, trying to rather than force further.
Oh.
There is a one-man Leo onto the Jinx, which might be enough to take it down. Yes, for Q connects from Ryan, but there's a four-man Pop Blossom, but it doesn't actually achieve anything. There's just not enough damage without the Jinx left alive to finish them off, and there's still no Malphite ult to follow up on any of that.
They kind of stopped the Nash, right? But it's just really hard. It's like...
I mean... Jarvan is here for a potential steal, but... They should just be able to bully him off, in all honesty.
I don't think Jesus should be allowed to get in here.
Lee Sin's kick's going to be up by the time he can even attempt it, so... Yep. It should be a very safe Baron for Ragnarok.
Though, and Kraken is not hitting it right now. Using E on full HP Jarvan.
Yeah. I think Ryan seems ready for the kick.
Nice.
Yep. A Jinx ult does take down Seabreeze, but the overall prize, the Baron, does go to Ragnarok. TP from Gloomyux, though.
Anything Beely get here is just, you know, the Nash off them. I think they're just going to finish off Ryan to the back end of this fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's something. I think it's
still the XP and gold from Nash is always going to outvalue it, right?
Yeah. They might be able to pick up...
items.
Yeah.
Constellation Drake? Yeah.
Yeah, Constellation Drake, but not much else.
You're going for the 40-minute soul, I love it. Who has Gathering Storm? That's what this is going to become.
Everyone. The second I see Jinx, I'm taking Gathering Storm on Victor. Like, it's going to be a long one. Jinx Shanna, that is Gathering Storm written all over it. Like, but, you know, I think it's really at the point where Ragnarok, I think, need to try and take that mid tower, need to try and take some bot towers.
Just call their bluff on the cross map when you have Nash, right?
Yeah, exactly. They can't outpace you.
Don't know if they're allowed to push up. Most people are in fog, but Jinx had actually recalled, so...
Yeah.
I don't think much is going to happen.
It's bot lane, but she does have TP. Ryan's playing this so risky that far up. He is squishy. Like, he can still die.
How could you say that he's playing risky? Hello?
Lee Sin has this amazing ability called Safeguard.
I mean, jungle's just not a balance role, what can I say?
I prefer not to speak.
That's why Lee Sin only died twice.
If I speak mid-dribble. I sure I said Ivan make it look balanced earlier. But Ryan is going for a kick onto Gloomix, but actually forces out the flash. That is a perfectly fair trade. I think it stops that flash Pop Blossom that's been a thorn in my side a few times now. But there's Shizu and Noah moving down to maybe get something back onto Ryan for this one. And they're just going to blow everything on him. He is just going to be taken down. But that is a multi-man Lily Root, but it doesn't actually go into the Nico, which is the target it needed to hit more than anything.
I mean, yeah, be a bit of a consolation prize, but like I don't know. I mean, I really question Victor being in mid lane right now to just kind of watch Jinx accept the wave, right?
Yeah, I think they need just a 1-3-1 or something along those lines. Just use the pressure from the Baron.
I don't know if Lily had just purchased Seekers or she had it, but like they also could have looked to TP and then Million's are just, you know, commit on mid and you get something out of it. Because this has just been like, you know,
wasted.
Almost net neutral, even considering you get golden XP from Nash itself. It's just kind of rough. Ragnarok not really making use of it and like just getting multi-mans by Beely.
Yeah, it's been, you know, I wouldn't exactly say if I've achieved much with it. It's just, I think.
Wow, good diplomacy. I love it.
I think we have taken one tower. We took the inner mid, and you know, Billy achieved that with just a Herald. So, I think they're really displaying some skill comparatively. They required half the objective. Wrist damage going over onto Vajana in the top side from Kraken. All is blown. No summoners either side. I think that's pretty much just
Yeah, I mean,
the end of it.
Victor's just trying to kind of play like a horde survival mode of his own there against 4 people in his jungle.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled it off.
He's not dead, right? For some reason.
He's not dead. He's not dead. He's still got flash. I don't know how. I feel like maybe if Java just ulted in there, they could have actually made something.
Really
I'm not sure if they had
like,
how much information they had, but they definitely knew Lilia was
Victor
bot.
is just constantly covering mid when like he should really slaughter Nico inside lane.
Yeah, I think
especially when he has flash, right? There's just like really low threat into him in the 1v1, and then they force Jarvan to engage on mid, and it makes the way BLE have to play pretty telegraphed, but like Ragnarok are just playing on 2 lanes, so it's just kind of rough for Victor.
it's okay. But there is a flash kick from Ryan onto the Jinx, and that was clean.
That's pretty good.
I'm not sure if it can actually get anything from it. Hopefully mid tower, maybe just a pressure reset. It does give them, in theory, pride to set up Drake or Baron.
And this is just the thing, right? Like, look how like not synced up top wave is to the rest of
Yeah.
where Rag are playing, because Victor went into side lane so late. And now they actually have to respect Nico playing in mid lane on Fog. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if she's actually in Nico form. She is.
It is just Nico. It is just Nico. Ryan going into Shizu again, but nothing else to come from it, just trading a bit back and forth. They are going to be trying to sit into that red bush again, like earlier. He did dodge for Janak Evo, but Jarvan Ether Vision.
Ah! Someone should send Malphite some patch notes from about, I don't know, like a month ago? Like 2 months ago?
Malphite does have support item.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I think he maybe should have purchased it earlier, you know, and given Janna the CS.
Yeah, I'm really baffled by that one. Is it because he's just given up? He's got 120 CS, maybe he's just gone for, like, you know, this is just not going to work. This is, my man has just given up. He's had enough. He's just...
Crab getting contested here. Ooh,
he doesn't need CS, he'll get his gold when he ults. Like...
it's kind of rough that BLE just lets to secure Crab while getting hit by Drake. This is, like, kind of...
Yeah. Ryan is going for a flank, but I'm not...
Yeah, I know, but he's just watching his team lose to PvE. I'm a little confused.
Noah's trying to set up for a flank on the top side with the blast cone. Both teams are kind of lacking some critical vision here, but I think Ragnarok especially need to try and reclaim their own side of the jungle.
It's like, given that BLE's trigger is so easy to pull, you can understand it, right? But I think the mistake's giving Crab. Because this dance is just really,
A flash pop bottom for Blumix does take down Seabreeze, but is that the target you want? There was a 3-man Lilia ulti coming out, doing big damage. And Elias does take down the Malphite. Ryan then takes down Blumix. And I think that might be it. Shizu's going to go down, and it should give over the Drake to Ragnarok.
I mean, that's going to be also good for BLE. Jinx almost
no.
in the back end.
Jinx does get a kill onto the Victor in the back end. I'm not sure how they managed that. I see Kraken was being a bit over-aggressive there. Didn't need to take more of a fight. At the same time, that fight...
too much unless it gives Jinx an item complete, right?
I think that fight was way too split.
Yeah, I think Ragnarok being allowed to, like, split up the fight and create chaos, when they all go into topside here, it's really rough.
I think...
Like, BLE's engage needs to be a lot, like, cleaner, and they need to go on the same target, because people are just kind of running around and, you know... Like, Malphite dies really early, so he's not going to get a support stacks, which is really rough, right?
Yeah, it's...
I mean, I really don't is when Malphite dies that early, guys. He's not going to get the support stacks, like, come on.
He did... He got a couple of hits off on Elias. Like, he's rolling it. He's taking it straight to the bank so he can buy a Sunfire. It was all part of the plan.
Yeah.
So this time he can die in 6 seconds instead of 5.
0.8 seconds.
Yeah. It's kind of a payment for what Squirrel did to him earlier, though, you know? Like, he's just not... He's full of... the Nico E. Ruined.
It was a pretty fast E, though.
It was a good E. I'll give Lumix that. It was a good E.
You know,
Take it, Ryan. Hell yeah. He got it.
mad respect, blue buff to the whole team.
Mad respect. It was.
But I was gonna say like Squirrel is like 3-3-8, but he's just, I feel like he's having so much impact just by existing and being ahead.
Because they can't ignore him. Like, he's
Yeah.
3 items. He will kill everybody. In my last team fight, he got a 3-man ult, which just completely split the fight up. They are engaging on Tamar, and he's going to have to ult out, but into the enemy team? I do not think that was the play, my man. Oh,
I mean,
a nice 2-man W from Elias. But the
decent
Janaki
interrupt.
stops, and he...
Yeah. I mean, not only is Malphite trying to finish the support, I mean, he's also going for card control score, you know? Like, he needs to escape and hit them at the same time. So...
What he should have been
For
running
the
was
stats
Phase
that matter.
Rush. It was actually the play if he had Phase Rush.
True,
R
true,
into
true.
QE, he's actually in Ray.
It's going to be completely uncontested Nash, maybe.
Oh, no. Not even
Okay,
close.
okay.
I'm at Jinx ult.
We've
Oh.
had some moments where, you know, I've called someone to block Jinx ult and they
No,
forgot.
they forget. It happens. It happens. It's really hard. The rocket's only half the size of your
I
screen.
feel like that thing's about to happen to Nico, though.
Yeah, that is going to be a huge W damage. And then Zonya's onto the return Nico.
Oh,
She's
still
always
might
here
get
to
away.
try and back up, but I don't know if that's enough. Harvard, Lilia, E goes wide. I don't think they can actually get anything back onto Squirrel, but at
Well,
least they
Ryan's
keep
rotating.
Remix alive. If Ryan hits for Q over the wall, he's going to W in. Shizu
Well,
just
by
blocked the
Shizu,
Q.
EQ that. I feel like they
Lilia,
actually could
he
have
hits
turned
again,
that.
though.
Yeah, but the spot Malphite was in, Jarvan could have EQ'd in to Jarvan. Get a Janna shield.
Yeah, I think he could have bought a lot of time and let the team move down. Especially
Ideally,
since
are just kind
Lilia
of worse
is
at playing
flashless.
mid waves. Like I know, obviously, Reg have Nash now, but they're always like sort of holding their ground, but not doing anything with the ground they're holding. You know.
They always just feel late to it. Like, it's...
And Kraken obviously tuned into the cast, and he's in side lane hitting the tower. So that's pretty interesting. Literally good
Actually,
item too. Oh,
we are watching him learn side laning in real time. It's a coachable moment.
true. Backs off a little bit late, but doesn't get enough out of leaves for trouble.
But yeah, still, I think... Like,
It's
the
kind of
game's
thing,
not...
like as much as Jinx scales, like Nico is just like not going to be able to one shot. I mean, I've already passed that point, right? But like,
Yeah, we've seen Nico try one shot again and again, but the Pop Blossom just not put the damage out anymore. And it's a shame, because they've still had some decent ultimates, but it's just not enough at the moment. And I think, especially with their Malphite being so far behind, the threat of the wombo combo just has faded in many
Yeah.
ways.
like they just get melted by Ragnarok. I mean, it's just triple threat with at least a million on top, right? And none of them are behind anymore.
Yeah, it's just... There's just so much for BLE to have to deal with at a time. And if any of Ragnarok slips through the cracks onto BLE's backline, they're ahead enough just to kill them off. I assume
Crab's gonna
Ragnarok...
have a lot of info into bot. I mean, Ragnarok should just hardcore invade bot side. What is Janna doing? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, they've got the Q. Ryan is going for the flank though.
I
Can
don't
he
think
hit
Janna
the
has
Q?
Q. Oh,
No.
rough.
Ooh. Right idea, I think, from Ryan there. Just think land the Q.
I mean, this is just so much control for Ocean, so like Bailey are just gonna have to send it to be able to get in.
Yeah, they can't give up the Ocean Drake. At that point, it is just over. Lilia with Ocean Drake, Zeri with Ocean Drake, it is not actually playable against. Like, especially when BLE are already struggling on the damage front. I think both teams here are just going to continue to posture for a while. Kind of... I think at this point as well, with Zeri constantly Wing victories, BLE will just lose out on this poke wall. They need to look for an angle.
Yeah.
And I think sitting in the smallest bush in the river is not the angle. There is a flash onto Ryan from the Malphite. That, I think that was exactly what they needed to do. They just needed to take something. But they still have Jarvan ult. You straight onto Victor, but he don't have the damage. And Nico is taken out in the middle of a flash ultimate. That is disastrous for BLE. And it's a triple kill for Elias. And they just do not have the damage to finish anything off.
Not enough gas in the tank when you send it on Lee Sin, and then, you know, like, it's it's rough, right? You can't play for Steel. They're not going to start drinking out their jungler alive, but
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
know.
they kind of had to make something happen there. And I think the idea was right, just get something, but
Yeah, I
really
mean,
unfortunate they couldn't make
Melio
anything
had
else
both
happen.
sums. Like, the AP champs both have Zonias. It's like really difficult
If
at this point
the
in time.
Nico could have done something, but she got taken out mid-air,
Yeah,
never
she
even
got
went.
she got control out deleted. Like that was
Yeah, if you watch it here,
unfortunate.
I'm not sure it did that amount of damage. I think it might have been a combination. Oh, she got drowsied.
Yep.
Drowsy pop. Just demolished her from existence.
Yeah. On top of
And then, yeah.
Terry Crane,
The Jinx is
really rough.
17, but she just does not have the damage to take out a team by
The,
herself.
the way that BLE approached River was just like not. I don't know. It was a pretty rough situation after they picked off Ryan, but like I feel like maybe they weren't aware that they just spent too many of their ultimates on him.
I mean, they only spent the Malphite, but it just was too much, like, to
Yeah,
take
at
another
this
fight.
point. Victor is just becoming inevitable at this point as well compared to Nico.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's officially hit that point where he just does so much more damage. And there's way less, like, requirement to pull off anything crazy with him. He just hits E and R and Q, puts a W down, and he just is more useful than Nico at this point. Yeah, it's looking rough for BLE. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be, can they even survive till Elder spawns? Like it's
Yeah,
kind of the name of the game. Like they don't have anything to sort of flip. You don't really flip Nash into Soul. And they also can't really play
oh,
sidelines. So
the Fnatic Death Brush again.
yeah,
Uh, Shizu might be out of position there, but so might Ryan. He is just going for. Who is he kicking? He is just practicing for his five-a-side team. He's
yeah,
fixed.
he's
Like,
trying to
what
find out
was?
if Ocean Soul is as strong as it's supposed to be. That's just like farming the healing numbers.
He's
Solo
prepping for his
safe
Sunny
on
League
the
games. Like, these kicks are for fun. But it doesn't even matter. Ragnarok are too far ahead. They have an Ocean Soul. And the combination of Victor, Lilia, and Zeri is just going to run them down. This is brutal to watch.
You'd imagine we're approaching the end of the game and Ragnarok can keep this wave alive. Like, Jinx probably
Oh,
tempo, but
oh no.
yeah.
It was
And,
not
like,
as lethal as Ryan's kick.
No. He is just kicking for fun.
It was the most fun kick I've ever seen, and I respect it so much.
I mean, BLE were in that till they weren't, right?
Yeah, I mean, they gave it a good shot. I think there were some respectable attempts and some actually good fights from it they came out on top of. Shout out to Goibrix, I think, actually played a really good Nico game, but the Malphite was way too far behind, I think, towards the end to make anything happen. And they just didn't have sort of the momentum or the damage to actually gain anything past a certain point.
Yeah, they didn't do much with the sort of Jana Jarvan Nico, like, sort of three-man Dorito that they should be able to, right?
Yeah, I think there was a lack of like plays around the map, especially from like. I don't really think we saw that early Nico like minion hide that caught out the Victor, which was quite nice, but don't really think we saw any sort of fancy disguises from him apart from that. And they got a bit of a CS lead on the Jinx early, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
They just,
I mean,
yeah,
we had some good plays, but like ideally just weren't quite connected enough. Like we talked about,
yeah,
like the execution being a lot easier, but they have to keep executing. Like, as much as much as it's easier for BLE, they took their foot off the pedal like constantly.
yeah, exactly. And I think we kind of saw some hiccups in their coordination. Like we saw in my earlier fight where like there was like a 2 second gap between each ultimate, and it's like.
I mean, probably it was, Glimix was busy writing the ticket to report his jungler for giving Victor blue. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was probably quite detailed.
Yeah,
So you
I
have to excuse
get
it a
it.
little bit.
I get it. I'm sure there's been many tickets in my name being sent, so
I would
I don't
never.
know. You would. Any standout performances from that game? I actually really would say Squirrel just absolutely
Yeah, so like the
ran
Zonias
that
was
game in
not
my opinion.
and his target selection, like he knew when he needed to get big sleeps, and he knew when
Exactly.
he like you know it wasn't like perfect every fight. Obviously, it was quite a chaotic game, but like he was always doing the right sort of thing and ended up in a good
Yeah,
spot as the fight started.
he always had the right ideas, and I think even times where he got caught out, he bought a lot of time for his team to sort of
Yeah, I mean, he
reset
just
up. Or
kind of just absorbed pressure and allowed his team to play the game.
yeah, definitely standout performance for me. I
Really
think
good.
most of Ragnarok in that game seemed to play pretty well. Elias definitely came online later, but it is Zeri. He kind of he has to come online at some point, right?
I mean, if your Zeri doesn't come online, then
Yeah.
maybe upgrade your broadband because this is like don't think the champion doesn't come online for sure. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, this is kind of like them just all being ahead with triple threat. Melee only
Yeah,
can face check everything when they're ahead.
so easy, just just simple geometry. Sorry, that's the wrong game. But yeah, I think that will do it for the first game. I'm kind of curious to see if BLE can actually pull a win back. I think they have the pieces there, and if Gloomix can put out another good game in his top lane, hold it together a bit more, I think there's definitely a shot. But Ragnarok did look strong, and I wouldn't be surprised if they take the 2-0.
Yeah, just more draft resources to the top side, and the Jarvan didn't really look like it in combination with everything else on top of the Janna first pick. Like,
Yeah, place.
yeah, it's just a little bit all over the place, but not the worst. Definitely enough to work with to win a game.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Yeah, I think that is everything for that match.
I lied awake for days, counting all the ways I died. Everything I couldn't save, buried down, still half alive. It's got me crawling in my skin, but no one's coming out to hold me close. Pouring out the gasoline, yeah, I've been making friends with all these girls, and I got nothing left to lose. Fight to the future. It's not me to turn and run. Met the bitter truth and I choked it down. Left a bad taste on my tongue, but my appetite's been growing now. I can see you crawling in your skin, but no one's coming out to hold you close. I'm pouring out the gasoline, so say hello to all my ghosts.
Hey, welcome back. We are getting ready to head into game 2 of Ragnarok vs Black Lotus Esports SNC. Any changes you'd
So,
like to see?
I mean, it's going to be Ragnarok on blue and Helium red, right? Helium were
Yeah.
blue. So, I mean, not too many changes other than I hope Healy like don't pick the same champs like at all. You know, like it's.
I think Jinx was fine. I think the Nico
Oh,
play was
okay.
fine.
You think 20% of their draft was fine? It's like you can build a lot on that actually.
20 to 40% of their draft was okay.
Okay.
I would like to
I
see a
mean,
top laner without a support item at like 40 minutes in me. That would be my biggest change.
yeah, or like maybe like just being able to play the lane before you buy the support
Yeah.
item.
I would be curious to see if they banned Melilia out. I think it was quite an issue for him to deal with. I mean, he didn't really know how.
Yeah, I
Kind
just
of.
think more draft resources to top lane in general. Like Bailey's comp overall. I mean, other than Jan and Jinx wanting to kite back and the rest of them going forward. Other than that, like their champs do make sense to get rid. Just the order they were picked in, and
Did their pick order was weird, but we do actually have their draft up now. I think Ragnarok first picking Zeri and then BLE going for Primal Jinx. It is kind of, I guess,
I'm saying
similar
Jinx
flavor
does
from us.
buy into it's decent, but like. I mean, Ragnarok have rounded up like some follow-up bursts, but like when you go vie into Jinx Lulu, you need to, not just like send her to the North Pole and let her die, right? Because
Yeah, you.
kind of what can
I
happen.
think
Obviously, Jinx has no mobility, but like it always happens when Vi plays into a champ with mobility, and then she just gets taken so far away that you can't follow up on it.
I think having the Seraphimo is always like a pretty guaranteed follow up with Yar. If
Yeah,
you know.
the Seraphine support's really good. Like, and they basically kind of cut her off at the knees and send Evo support now.
Yeah.
With their recent changes in the last couple patches. But she does like really abuse Dreammaker and Moonstone. And like even Donkor, if you get to that point, like her items are like really strong at the moment. She can kind of play like Discount Carmen lane. She can get pushed into Lulu and has the range edge. So
Yeah, definitely. I think as well, like the Gnar follow up's pretty easy as well. Like you can just E through the team. But yeah, I think it kind of, if that Vi falls behind, it's going to be really rough because you're
that's
diving.
kind of an X factor though, right? Like it kind of depends
Yeah.
if he finds the right angles and I really feel like he's just trying to get onto Seraphine and Syndra before they can get a second rotation of heal and stun.
He has some really good ults to decide from as well. I think Vi, Seraphine, Gnar ult can all kind of be a massive X factor for Silas.
I'm pretty sure Zarya is nutty AP scaling as well. Obviously, that's like tertiary choice, right? But like,
yeah, it's there if it's needed, but he doesn't get half the power for it. She does. Like, I say with Syndra, he can't stack up
the issue I
balls
have with BLE is that they can commit onto a target and get reset, but like engaging into like Seraphine just screaming at you is like a bit rough, right? Like going for that first Jinx reset's like so risky.
And I mean,
unless they can hit from like 2 or 3 angles at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, in the middle of a fight as well, Ragnarok do have options to stop like the second part of Ornar if he gets hit by Seraphine or if he gets knocked away by a Vyar. Syndra E stun, like Gnar, WR. They could all kind of mess up an Ornn's combo. I think the Wukong's an interesting choice. It definitely beats Vi in that 1v1. But, if the monkey can spin to win, we'll have to see.
It's kind of weird, right? Because Wukong like kind of has the same issues that Vi does, where like he wants to get like to level 3 and level 6 to be able to just play the game and clear his jungle. So like you can't really punish Vi, but
yeah, but I think
it's to do a lot of this game.
Similar to me. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I think going into game, I can't imagine too much action pre-6 going to happen. Vi can gank. Actually has CC unlike Wukong, but both teams here, I think, are going to be kind of a stalemate for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. I think it's like kind of similar story, but less extreme to game 1. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we're doing anything with these champions in this push, but
yeah, I imagine they're just going for a ward again.
Yeah. Oh no,
Nope.
he's
Ooh.
he's fake warding.
No,
Okay.
he's put it. He's got the
Yeah.
ward. The enemy,
Well done.
we are just aware though. Like,
Oh, they just don't have a sweeper as well, so they can't give Syndra level 2 first, right? Which would be pretty
Yeah.
rough for Silas. Mm.
yeah, I mean, I think before this injury work, it was actually quite a good matchup for Syndra. Post work, I think it's harder for her to punish sliders quite as early. I don't know your opinion
I mean,
on it.
so
Having played it more
there's
recently.
this really good item called Doran Shield, which I think it's like so reasonable. You just
Yeah.
go Ares Scorch and then you start healing them when you hit them. It's like it's like such good game design from our overlords at Riot Games.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's gonna completely neutralize that area in a way. Like,
I would just go Phase Rush, I think.
I think it's a phase
Actually,
rush game.
not,
It gets you away
like,
from.
like people forget it exists, but like you're into Silas Wukong.
Yeah,
And
it's.
Gloomy is so low HP already, by the way. But
Yeah, what is happening in there? He is
I think he
a
just
couple of good
ate,
Qs, I
I think he
guess.
just ate Q auto. Most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, level 2.
I will be curious to see how aggressive Kraken plays this lane. I feel like
Yeah.
wasting Q and E here can spell a bad time. Lumix is going to go back in for a trade, and actually gets a good trade-off. But
Really
I
nice pick for
do.
Silas. He just regens up with the I don't know if he has second wind. Secondaries, electrocute results kind of weird, right? Oh,
Yeah.
see?
A re-engage again. That might be a kill onto Kraken.
Oh,
Ooh,
and he's just dead.
right into there just in time to trade back. That is so unfortunate for Gloomy. I think that was he was playing those trades so well.
Yeah, really, like, was putting the lane in a really rough spot for Kraken, and might have just resulted in a TP being burned, but I mean, Ryan's just
Right. The goat.
as a fortune teller by his side, I guess.
As we said before this series, Redude's a psychopath. He just appears in the most unexpected places. But yeah, I feel like you just flash the
Gloomy
finish the
should
kill there
probably
if
try
you're
and
Gloomy.
trade. I think he didn't like realize he was taking that tower shot at all there.
Yeah, if I had to guess, it was pure reaction. It was like a baked in, like, oh, jungler flash away. I don't think he had a chance to really react beyond that.
Yeah,
Kind
the
of
Halo
so
Blades
unfortunate.
actually killed him as well there with the 2 fast autos.
Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of Halo Blades, Vi. It is. I don't
think
know.
he just is accepting that he doesn't win the long fight. Oh, we're seeing Gang from top
Yeah.
lane. Oh, I was gonna have to flash his
I
Q,
think Noir
surely.
should be fine yet. He just has to
Yeah.
flash out. Which I think is fine. He's spellbook. Like, he's going to have very short cooldowns on his flash.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be
people
too
always
much
forget that
danger.
aspect of Spellbook.
Yeah, I think the reduced cooldown just adds so much safety to lane. Pretty even trading in bot lane. Almost bang equal CS.
We're kind of looking on mids.
Yeah. Can he make anything happen? Damage
They
onto Kraken, and they
blue
are going to get a
flash.
kill.
Yeah, the blue flash and killed him. Respect.
That is
okay. I mean,
pretty massive. Right, it is just tussling back. I do not think he wants this fight. There is.
yeah, a bit too much of a PvP jungler for my liking.
Glumiox has his mans there. He is not winning. Like,
I mean, that wave goes in either way, and Kraken TPs either way, so it's...
yeah. I think you just ignore it and just, like, as soon as, like, Kraken dies, you just carry on with your day.
But, like, Wukong just ends up being pretty happy with this, like, whole situation, though, despite his mid laner getting caught out by...
Decent damage onto Noir from Squirrel. I think Squirrel's getting the better of this top lane again. Not quite the same extreme, but he is bullying him quite well.
Then again, this matchup should be a lot closer than North Mid Lilia, right? Like, it should be a lot more playable for Ornn. Like, Ornn can often solo kill this matchup if you manage Narbar Bats. Especially with Spellbook Ignite at 6.
Definitely. The mid lane has evened up a bit, but another good E from Gleamix. He's going to trade back onto Kraken. He is bullying the Syndra so hard right now.
Okay.
Sheezy has been spotted by Ryan doing the grubs, but Ornn is moving down first. Noah is nowhere close to Narbar, but he might just get the Wukong. Oh, not quite. And the Ryan's Q misses. This is not a replica of his Lee Sin. These Vikings are seemingly far harder to hit.
Ornn completely flashless.
Yeah, he's just gonna die.
That was a situation for sure. I feel like Chizu starting the grubs with like that wave state is just
Yeah, I
a-
don't think that was
asking
the
for
play at
jail
all.
time, to put it mildly. Like
It
this
was.
is
It was
yeah,
not like.
it is not legal.
It's not. I
Kraken
think he
can
had.
you cannot walk up to this wave, buddy. Oh, yo.
I think because he had Prio in mid, he was like, "I'm fine," but top lane state was not there for him. Like,
No, if Silas can't get the jump on someone, like he just loses so much of his HP, and then
yeah,
ends up getting his top laner sold. But
kind of makes it rough for mid lane now as well because Kraken just gets a free kill from that.
yeah,
Plus a lot of Glooming, it's just hard work to ruin. Again, game
not
loose, think it's
HIP,
ready.
right? No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like he should get the solo kill with that ult
Yeah.
steal. Really well played from Glooming. He's definitely getting the better of Kraken in these lanes throughout these past 2 games. He's just had troubles converting it into further things. But,
respect actually. He was going as well there. Like I was really close to him just not being able to finish that.
yeah, played it to the limit, but actually got it out.
I don't know how much Silas can do with gold this game though. Like he has to be pretty ahead with electrocute.
Yeah, definitely.
Usually Lichbane rush with electrocute. Enemy does have like a lot of squishes.
I can kind of get the electrocuting away though. You're not really in a melee fight with anyone apart from Vi. Like, I think his plan is just one tap out like Syndra or Zeri. But I think we're going to return to neutral for a while. Ragnarok with a bit of a gold lead, but nothing major yet.
Bit of a little state, I think. But we'll see. I mean, Vine will just at level 6, right? So
Yeah, they can make things happen. I'll be curious to see if anyone tries to make things happen down bot lane. Like the Vi, as we talked about, the Vi Seraphine combo with ults is actually pretty strong. And I think Zeri is really good at following that up with her ult at 6.
Seabury's just tanking his up.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's trying to bait them in for Ryan, who's coming down here now. But he is just sitting in vision of a ward. They don't know it's fair. Kind of unfortunate, but Gloomix is in on Kraken again, just bullying him out.
Syndra just no form of sustain, like
Yeah,
cannot deal with these trades.
Not at all. Syndra with a slight disadvantage? Well, I don't think too much of a concern for Gloomix, to be honest.
Oh?
And an engage on to the Gnar from Wukong, followed up by the Ornal. I think they should get him here. There is going to be a Gnar ult to get him under the tower, and he is actually going to trade back. I think that's really good for him.
Yeah.
Gloomix actually gets a solo kill on to Kraken in the mid lane. Overall,
I mean, if he had like another Fiendish Codex, I think he would have killed Ryan as well there in that wave. That was
yeah, no,
pretty scary. I mean, he's just like he's absorbing so much pressure. This top lane play, like I feel like Swivel just really gets rewarded for like completely disrespecting Wukong.
Yeah, definitely. I think
they wait too long to pull the trigger onto Mega, and then can push them to tower, but like the execution is just not there.
Yeah,
ends up being a 1-for-1.
It was so close to not even being a 1-for-1. Like if almost slightly more forward as well. Like
yeah, or even just flash QE'd instead of just holding the flash.
Yeah, it was.
Just need to CC Gnar so we can't get that many spells off, right?
Yeah, nice for Squirrel to get the kill back, but at the same time, it was just such a disrespect to ignore the Wukong clearly in vision. I assume they're going to set up for Grubsar on top side now, but we have no idea that Ryan is in the bush. Now they definitely do. I don't think he wants this fight.
No, I mean,
Gloomix is there. He's queued in. He doesn't have ult. This is not great from him. And he's just going to give a kill over to Shizu.
It was one of the plays of all time.
He is really trying to cosplay this Lee Sin again. Just way too aggro. Missing some Qs, going in on Qs he shouldn't.
The bush is just his comfort zone, you know? He's just there to be there.
He's one with the bush. He is.
Styles have
He
ignored.
knows.
There's no chance they can test, right?
Yeah, no, we have to just stop this. He knows one way, and that way is forward. And
But
unfortunately,
if Wukong's ahead this game, it's really, really bad news for Ragnarok.
yeah, I know. Like, it just. Since we kind of said this, Vi needs to actually keep up pace because they have to win. It's
I feel
their
like it's
way
one
of
of the
engaging.
few like bruiser champs that like doesn't always get run around in circles by Zeri, right? The fact that he actually can R and then, like W or E.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
trying to
gonna
make
be a
use of the
fight.
Nor ult. No,
Yeah, but he missed his
no,
E chain.
no flash to position. Yeah, and
Yeah, he
Big
might
Movie
just
is
be
a
dead here.
little bit dead. The Seraphine R
Was a
was
bit
a
overkill.
little bit wasted, Seabreeze, but not a big deal.
He has just kicked the man when he's down. Like,
Yeah,
an absolute.
happens.
That was brutal. He just.
Stop my mid laner, and you.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a ward inside. It was a warning shot.
you
What about
feel
mid laner
a
one
little
more
bit
time, fam?
better. So,
Oh,
Lulu,
he should not be there. Lulu really just toying with death there, walking up into just the entirety of Ragnarok, pretty much. Noir is down here as well, and the Wukong gets caught by the Seraphine double E. Oh, Wukong is ulting out, and the Seraphine is going in, but I don't know if they wanted that. Actually going to give a kill over to Jinx, maybe? Noir's getting bullied on the top side by 3, and we don't... Is nobody going to die from this fight?
I don't know if Jinx
But
gets one.
Zeri
The
is
rest
so...
all...
Kraken is so low. And the
Oh,
Zeri just survives. And they get killed back onto the Jinx instead. That's actually devastating for BLE. That was so close on so many of them.
I just think they were just not prepared for that situation. If they're even like, if they even think there's a chance that they're still in the jungle, I feel like Ragnarok could just lose the game on the spot there. Like, unironically, one Jinx reset, it's like 3 or 4 kills, and she's into an 8.5. It was playing a bit on the edge there, and BLE are just kind of chasing them out like far, far, far too slowly.
Yeah, that whole series of events was really weird.
Wukong was on Trinity for us as well.
Yeah, I think. Honestly, I don't know why you send Gloomix top on there. I think that Silas is the far stronger member at the point. I feel like you want him there for this fights, but Noir might be getting solo killed.
Super
But he gets
close.
away just in time, and Drake just go across to BLE. Yeah. Oh, what? He did die. Did he? I can assume he overstayed his welcome. He must have just stayed far too long.
He might need to use Orm passive to build a support item quite soon if it's going to go like this.
The support item might be coming in soon.
And
Just-
I feel like Jinx is about to be a bit of a victim here. Oh, drops the
Yep.
chompers.
The Trumpers will work, but
Vi-
should keep her safe.
Oh,
But the Zeri might actually just run her down. Not quite. That was really close, though.
RNG diff.
Gloomix is engaging again if he can get a range for
Can't
that
get
single.
range.
He does just kill.
Oh no.
Yeah, but he just traded 1 for 1. He flashed as well. Two flashes, actually. Just flashes everywhere.
The mid laners are playing Mortal Kombat this game.
Yeah,
It's
he is just... He just saw that Cinder and he just saw finish him pop up on his screen.
Oh, Lulu's trying to 1v3.
Honestly, I think both Gloomix and just Ryan should try being like Mortal Kombat or Tekken players. They like to go in.
Yeah,
But-
and Noir didn't
Noir-
realize that his tower is low
He
HP.
did not realise that towers die when they are killed, and it might pay the mortal price of death for that. But
Oh.
Shizu's here. He might actually live. Oh no, I guess him just in time. But it should be a trade back at
Should be
least.
a 1-for-1. Yeah.
But Ryan actually kills Gloomix in mid when that happens. Just Freeman diving him again. It looks like the Seraphine ult and the Vial was used again in combination. Kind of just unplayable for him there.
Yeah.
Kind of a sad story for Gloomix. I think like he's played some really good trades this game. He's just
Well, we had our 1 minute lull state. We were talking about 12 minutes. We were like, I think the game's going to cool down that, and then it's kind of just been a bit of a Michael Bay movie.
there is no lull states. There's only something about a lull state when you don't know what to do.
I'm getting in the hair.
Oh,
And And driving it the wrong way, you can, yeah, well,
And you know what they say in Tokyo? My man is gone. Calling cheese
yeah.
the TK, the Drift King.
Oh,
Oh my god, he is this two-man jungling. Is this like season 6 or something? He put his foot on the gas. He
I
just
want to watch out for the rest of the game now. It's probably really confused. Oh,
it is
teleporting.
confused. It's teleporting. Yeah, this Herald's got abilities. What is this? He's jungling, he's teleporting, he's dying. He's just like one of BLE's players. I mean,
No. Fast space for Harold can spend the gold from Krugs.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just so confused by that series. So random. I feel like even in Vice V, you just hit the tower, right? And just use the bounce back to leave. Like, he's Wukong, he has W. I don't think she can kill him.
Well, you know, that's probably what you should do, but it is how it is.
I mean, at that point, Herod was just some free gold for Ragnarok to take back. Like, it was a rough one.
I mean, they're up almost 5k at 17 minutes, despite the kills being relatively equal, just from a lot of random situations in towers, right?
I'm
3
just
towers.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem for BLE is that Wukong is really strong, but he's also the person you need to face check everything.
Yeah.
And, like, Ornn can just not play
Ornn
the
just... Yeah, he's getting solo killed again.
we're ulting, we're flashing.
He does get away that time? But again, that is ult and flash.
Yeah, it's just everything
Hello.
used, and the wave still gets sacked by tower.
Yeah, it's rough. At least he has left this time. Like, he hasn't just accepted fate. He just wants to live for a change. That's just...
For a change. Oh, okay. See how it is.
Ryan's going in on Genius, who took a trade at a poor time.
Anymore, bro. It's not 1v1. Yeah.
He has in fact discovered that League of Legends is a team game.
It happens.
To be fair though, I feel like he might be cursing with his team game this game.
I feel like he's discovering it's a team game on one end and not the other, you know?
Yeah. I just feel so bad. He played so well early. I feel so sorry for him. And I think like Shizu's had some good shows in both games, but
Ragnarok
BLE just
about to open Swiss bank accounts with all the free money they have lying around on the map.
And they are just going to take a free Matt and Drake as well.
I mean,
pretty uncontested.
I really just not like they're either not away from their where their win con or where too late. I mean, they had to play for solo skin.
I think Sol was like their one chance at staging. We just let the minions die? It's hurting me. No, just someone could have just sat there and hit them. Why did we do that? they gave their life in vain. Like, there's not even a way for Zoe to hit. Why did you just let them die? What? I'm so confused. Right.
Not a big deal.
Mia Familia is dead. Like, what is this?
Well, Baron's up in 20 seconds, so maybe we'll get more confusing situations around Nash.
Yeah, I hope so. I love these confusing situations where random abilities are used. I don't really know what's going on because nobody syncs abilities up. Fights happen on two different sides of the map. Baron.
Is there a way Ragnarok can control this?
Definitely.
Okay.
But they're very easy to execute with just like it was what we said. The Vi has actually got very far ahead now, and they have a Seraphine to just press R to follow up. And the Ornn's been so bullied out by Vinar.
We're going Storm Surge and Double Black Cleaver. These are some of the builds. I mean, there is a way they can throw it. They're losing to Shopkeeper. Okay. What do you think of the Double Cleaver into one person building armor?
I mean,
3 AP, like 2.5 AP. Because I'm pretty sure Zeri does like, I don't know, 20% magic, but
Cleaver's the goated item. Everyone builds it on Blade.
Okay.
It's like, you know, remember when
I
Oh,
mean,
I've
Nord
picked-
needs it for a side lane, so, you know, maybe it's just 2,000 IQ.
just-
Oh, and Louis just being flashed on.
Yeah, I think he can just walk out though. No, he's
I
getting
don't
hit
think
by
he
the
has
stun.
W
I
up.
meant
Oh,
a Via.
decent
that-
assist.
That Vi was a Porro. They did just he did
Yep.
just get ulted by a Porro. Cute but deadly indeed. Like, oh my, oh my.
I mean, you have to think Ragnarok are just going to set up Nash now, but we are just going to sit in random bushes and see what happens.
It's the ride special. I mean, what's happening is he's getting machine gunned. it's
Oh, okay.
like, oh, an engage onto Squirrel, but he has just got Megaform again, and a Seraphine ult to follow, but a flash.
good flash.
Re-art from the Wukong is actually very good.
Oh, friendly fire from Nart.
Yep, ooh,
Bailey are back in the game. Don't sound confused.
I told you it was a ways through. What I didn't actually know is it was the double agent play from Nart. Like,
I would not have. I would not have believed it.
I don't think this.
There is a Syndra. Oh, okay.
Okay. W.
And
Oh,
the
we
Nash
need
is
both, don't
reset. Umi's probably gonna go
A
down.
nice
Umi
ult from
SR
Ruby
on the
on
ball.
to just Ryan. Actually, she should get finished off by the Jinx, but he's gone too deep on the other side and gets taken down by Elias and Kraken.
And the Syndra
But an
message
ult
we're seeing a
from
season 2 preview
on
for thing.
stops Seraphine and tracks, and Gloomix's E doesn't quite connect.
That was really close.
Very
I
close.
feel like BLE did not realize Jinx had a reset when she did.
Yeah.
If they go forward a bit sooner, I mean, Jinx has Death Rocket as well. I mean, Ryan just, you know, like, sometimes the enemy bushes are the enemies, actually.
Yeah.
And we just
What?
don't go on Seraphine and then get rewarded for our friendly fire.
That's what happened. Yeah, but did not eat away. Seabreeze just get down, Mr. Preston, but she forgot it was a nuke. Like that isn't, in fact, Jigsaw and not Caitlyn. That is not how you play that.
True. I mean, BLE still have to, you know, not give Drake, not give Nash, and collect all the gold on the map. Like, it is kind of just Jinx and Wukong driving.
This is very hard, and I think Lewis is very out of position here. You have no vision in your butt side, and he's just going to be taken down, which is going to be another Drake to Ragnarok in all theory.
I get maybe he's thinking that, you know, Ragnarok are playing for Nash, but that he needs to consider that there's bushes on the other side of the map for Ryan, right? So
Yeah.
it's a bit rough. I mean, also Drake's coming out, he should just be a bit more respectful. Pretty sure he had Blue Trinket up. It's an unfortunate situation. I think we'll trade Nash, but it's not going down very fast. I mean, Cinder can kind of just stop this solo.
Yeah.
Lulu does
not
have
if she
celestial opposition, though. Okay.
I think Nar might be going for an engage.
I mean,
and it just
Ragnarok
completely
don't
woofed
need
his
to do
R.
anything here. Okay.
I-
3K?
It's on 3k, and Manar is going in and dying. Might be with Syndra going down as well. I am so confused by just this series of events. But Ryan is here though. Do they want to take the flip? I think they might have to. I think if they don't take the flip, they just lose. But Ryan gets the smite. Just absolutely free for him. But actually, it might be entirely Ragnarok going down anyway. And it is. What is this series of events? I'm so... That was a scruffy fight.
What is the series of events? I mean... Nash...
Smite from Ryan, but...
Syndra walks into Chompers, and then Nash starts hitting Syndra. Red buff finishes off Syndra. At the perfect time to give Jinx another reset. We're trying to finish Nash when we see Vi. Right there.
I think we just peel off the Nash, right? Like...
Yeah. Killing Zeri before she kills Silas would be cool too. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really unfortunate for BLE because almost everything went right for them there, but then Ragnarok kind of just completely sprinting the entire game.
Yeah.
And
That
don't quite
was-
take advantage of it. I mean, they would have got objective bounty from Nash as well.
Yeah, it would have been
Catch up XP.
huge.
It would have been Like it's not just the value they can get, you know, because they still can't necessarily play the map into Narn Syndrome, right, being ahead on side, but they would have been right back in the game. So pretty unfortunate that it goes that way. But Jinx can still have her moments, right?
Jinx can still have a moment, like, I think that's it. If a kill goes across to BLE.
Yeah, I mean, Ragnarok need to sort of, you know, like, reform their lines and press fire on Jinx. It's not been happening enough, to be honest. Fire into Syndra combo should, you know, I don't really think there's a way to outplay that. I mean, Lulu will give her some HP, but I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I think just Ragnarok still have a favor in most of these fights, but they are not playing them quite as cleanly. I think they should be. It's just overall very, very scrappy and a bit all over the place. Kind of from both teams, but I think that scrappiness is way going more in BLE's favor.
Yeah, they're catching enough of the throws, right?
Definitely, I think it's, you know, a game of catch where it hits really hard.
Well, like
then...
the game of catch that Nar just failed. The boomerang went to the Howling Abyss. I don't know if you saw that.
He's just farming, dude. He doesn't care. He doesn't need to practice mechanics while farming. No, might be
what a jungle thing to say. True.
Oh,
and just
Ryan was in another bush.
Again. Yeah. I've never seen this before, actually.
Bullying the Wukong clone now.
Plot twist? Okay. I mean, he did die or kill someone while standing in the bush. This is like a new chapter for him.
We can start the just Ryan like paradox. You know the Monty. I think it's a Monty Hall like paradox or problem where you pick a door and they show you. It's a set of 3 doors, and you pick a door, and then they show you that one of the doors that you didn't pick was like had nothing behind it. So maybe you want to pick the other one because now it has a high chance. All I'm saying, if you see a bush and just Ryan isn't in it, he's very likely in the other one.
TP.
Big TP.
An
engage attempt from BLE.
Not getting onto anyone.
TP from Squirrel. And Wukong's going in the back end, but he's just getting taken down. Ryan is still alive in front of the fight, and that is BLE is just getting wiped out and chased down by Zeri. I think that might honestly just be the game.
I mean, BLE sent it without sending it. Oh, both mid laners went Storm Surge. Okay, guys.
We need some mathematics lessons. This is... Boris is actually the true victor of this game.
I mean, true. I assume this is just going to be a 2-0 for Ragnarok. They're just absolutely melting the towers with Zeri plus Scrub.
There's a chance Billy can still come back. Ragnarok can DC right now.
Oh. Doesn't look like it.
I have in fact lied.
I mean, like, I feel like an equally or almost more rough second game from BLE because they had a lot more opportunities to sort of get back into that game, and they just they created chaos for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like BLE had so many chances in that game to come back, and it was a very, very messy game from Ragnarok, who, in all honesty, should have been able to put that game into the bag way sooner. But I think BLE just lost sight of their win cons. They didn't really play the Jinx resets even when they got them. And they didn't go for the Dragon Soul. Like, they kind of just... Every time they had a good shot at something, they kind of let it fall through the cracks. I think there's some promise there. Like, you know, they had these things they could spot, but they just didn't seem to make them actually work out for them all. Like, BLE were just kind of letting it all fall to pieces. Whereas Ragnarok, even if scrappy, at least knew what they had to do to win most of the time. So, just overall a better performance from them. And I think the top lane sort of this series is just really, really Ragnarok favoured. Noir was really struggling to keep up, even in the like easier matchup. He was just falling behind and getting solo killed. Kind of just made it a little bit impossible for BLE.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good summary. BLE just need to look more like a team and less like a series of 1v1s, basically.
Yeah, I think, like I said, there was definitely some like promising sights from BLE. I think Shizu had decent games both games. I think he was at least quite often where he needed to be, and actually got some advantages. But the team as a whole was kind of just crumbling, so it felt a bit impossible for him to make something happen. And I think Remix's lane was really good, but he just couldn't transfer it.
I mean, the ingredients just didn't come together for them.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, but
definitely. And I think on the side of like Ragnarok, some misplays here and there, but overall they play as a team. Like if they have a call, they all go for it, sort of thing. So yeah, they kind of just took the momentum from an early game, and even after a couple of stumbles, just ran with it. I don't know if you have a player who you think might have been the player of the game. Well, series even. I'd say both games.
can I choose a piece of terrain, maybe?
What's that piece of terrain?
Brush.
The brush.
Yeah.
The Ryan brush.
All of them.
But just Ryan Hall paradox. It's I tell you. If I show you an empty bush, it's definitely the other one.
It needs fleshed out. It needs fleshed out. It needs a longer game.
I reckon if we put him in an infinite time paradox, he was just stuck there. He'd be somehow. It's like he'd just be in every bush somehow.
Yeah.
It's just we need to workshop it.
I mean, could you imagine if they just played Ivern and lane or support? Like there'd just be even more brushes.
Play Ivan. He's in every bush he puts down. Just
Exactly.
genius. But yeah, I think just Ryan had a decent series overall, and I think
We're
Skrill.
going to get a much tougher, matchup in Fury, right?
Yes.
It's the way this works, so the need to be a lot cleaner, and Beely should have a chance to try and pull everything together.
Yeah, I definitely think Bailey has the pieces that are throw against a weaker team. Like they definitely could have won. And I also think, yeah, similarly, Ragnarok, if they're against a stronger team, put some definite throw opportunities to be caught. Ryan with a bit of over-aggression, just cracking kind of struggling in those lane matchups. I think, yeah, Skrill definitely looks like he could do well in other games though. Like, I think overall he was definitely like the player of the series to me. Even if his scorelines didn't reflect it, he just completely shut down the enemy top lane and just put out so much pressure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think maybe a disappointing week for BLA, but there's some light there. Ragnarok again, good 2-0 for them, but they just need to clean it up a bit. I think some of their good play is squandered a little by misplays, and they just throw a bit too often. But any closing thoughts apart from that?
I mean, no, not really. I think Squirrel will just played super well, and even just got advantages when his team was creating a lot of chaos. So,
yeah, no, that is totally fair. Yeah, I believe that's the end of the streaming. Please tune in again. This is the last of this week, so new streams, new games to be played next week, new streams. Please tune in again, and thank you for joining us.
Sure. Thank you.